Hello, friends. Come on in. Join the room. Don't worry, I'll turn my music down when we really get started. I know it's loud right now. Don't you worry. I'm getting set up on my end. The pre-show that will get trimmed off later. Alright, let's do that. Ooh. Yes. Now we're set. Alright. Look, if you're lurking, just watching, that's cool. But if you're out there and you want me to know you're out there, say hi in the comments. Drop me a little note. Say hi. I'm getting all my links set up here. I will turn on the music in a minute. Just enjoy it for now. This is the last time you're probably going to hear this playlist because I am determined to make a new playlist this weekend. A little off here. There we go. Okie dokie. Where am I? I am at home figuring this out. Hello in the Facebook world. If you're watching, love to hear it. Hello, Mom and Dad. If you're watching on YouTube, we are live on YouTube and Facebook, guys. Big day today. Oh my gosh. Here we are. Here we are. Oh yeah, we got people here now. Make sure. Do the usual. Please don't be the timer. There we go. Hi, Mom and Dad. All right. Let's kick this party off, guys. I am so excited to jump in. Here we go. Hello, welcome. It's the Friday of National Infertility Awareness Week. I'm Lynn Clementi, here to bring you what I consider a milestone in our journey together. It's a big week, guys. All right, if you watched on Wednesday, I made a lot of promises for today's show. And I don't want to ever break promises, but unfortunately I might have. But there's a good reason for it, and I'm going to tell you a story to explain everything. So, first things first, let's do a few hellos to who's watching out there. Oh yeah. Take that down so I can say hello. Hello, Mom and Dad. Thanks for watching. Kristen. We became Facebook friends this week. That's really fun. I'm super excited about that. Marcus from Switzerland and Sammy from New Jersey, I think. I can't remember where you're from, Sammy. But hello. It is a big week. But Sammy and Marcus, you guys have kind of already heard this update because I did this yesterday for Lita. It was kind of like a practice run for today. It's a really big deal. Oh my gosh. Hello. Hey Gator, how's it going? Happy weekend to you. Happy Friday. Hope everything's going well. Are you still doing those 5:30 a.m. yoga classes? That is awesome if you are. I saw that on the Facebook and it's like, yep, that's it. Oh, good. Yep, Kristen's super excited to be friends with me too on the Facebook. Oh, Piyush is here. Hello. How are you doing? And I was right. I've got a good memory. New Jersey. That is what I said. New Jersey, right? Yes, I think so. All right. Now that everybody's here, we've done roll call. Here's what's going on. Oh, yes. Okay. Guys, on Wednesday of this week, we got the call about how our egg retrieval embryos developed. So that was day 7 after egg retrieval. Last Wednesday was when we did the egg retrieval. Just as a reminder, we had 14 eggs retrieved when we were only expecting 4 to 8. So we were super excited. The next day after egg retrieval, they had called and said that we had 5 of them that were fertilized and 6 of them that they were watching. So Bert and I kind of had this expectation that, things are going to be good numbers, that we'd have, extra embryos in case the first round of IVF didn't work, we'd be able to do another round without doing an egg retrieval. So on Wednesday, when I finally got that call, they told us that we only got one. One embryo made it. When I got the call, I was very disappointed. I thought, what went wrong? Like, what's the matter with our eggs? What's the matter with our sperm? And I was kind of disappointed in that result and started to worry. So I immediately texted my best friend, and I knew she was working, and I was in a panic. So I'm like, oh gosh. And one of our viewers had reached out just to check in and see how things were going. And I'm like, oh my God, crazy, perfect timing. This is what's going on. And we just found out we only have one embryo. She goes, you got an embryo? That's incredible. Congratulations. You did it. Like, there are women that go through this whole process of doing injections and the retrieval and don't get anything. It changed my perspective like that. Oh, I put the snap in the right place. In the wrong place? Let me try that again. It changed my perspective like that. That wasn't right either. Don't worry about it. It's okay. But it changed my perspective. And immediately I saw, oh my God, you're right. We're still moving forward. This is incredible. So she reminded me, yeah, it's already got its sex determined. It's got an eye color. It's got hair color. Like, you've done it. You've got an embryo started. So that was a moment for me where I could have gone down into a very dark place and really started beating myself up about, that result not being what I was expecting it to be or hoping it to be. And I had no idea how to tell Bert either until I had talked to that person, that friend. And so when I went to Bert with the news, and he kind of had that same initial reaction as me, and I was able to then tell him, like, babe, this is a good thing. We're still in this game. Like, we haven't been knocked out yet. That, guys, is exactly what I want this channel to be for my viewers, for our community. I want the messages that I'm giving you to be the hope, to be that change in perspective on your journey, so that you don't lose hope, so that when it does get to those dark, sad places, I'll be there. You'll be able to come into the community, share what's going on, and we're going to help you see that perspective, give you that hope to keep on going. This whole thing that happened on Wednesday changed the perspective not only in my journey, but also for my content. I have clarity on what I want to bring to you. This is no longer about my journey. It's about yours. So with that in mind, I'm very excited to start working on the turn of Baby Talk, really bringing together well-thought episodes, bringing people in, bringing mindfulness to ourselves, health, everything. So I am so excited about this. I hope that this is something exciting for you too. I have been just kind of winging it for the past 3 weeks with you, and I know we're having a lot of fun in the chat and getting together and everything, but I realize that the value I'm providing you, I can step it up, and I'm so excited to do it. So this is the start of a new chapter, a new milestone. Baby Talk is taking its first steps. How about this? Baby Talk is learning to walk. Does that work? All right. Anyway, let's see what you guys think of this. Oh, Kristen's up, so excited for our update. Oh, Allison's going to yoga twice a week. Awesome. Sammy's talking about where he lives in New Jersey. That's so funny. B&H Photo. That's where I actually sent my Sony to get repaired. Isn't that crazy? Small world, buddy. Oh, you guys are cheering me on. Thank you so, so much. Allison's giving me applause. I love it. I could not have made it this far without your support, guys. My intention is to really build you into the journey. I know I talked about on Wednesday how I'm going to build credits at the end of my episode so I can give you guys shout outs. You know, you being here for the whole beginning of this, it's like you were here for the conception. I'm starting to think of the channel as my baby now. This is awesome. Here we have a comment from Kristen. It's so true. It's disheartening that it was only one, but we have loved to have had one make it to blast. Unfortunately, we were one of those couples who didn't get any, and that's okay. Yeah, and that's the other hard part is I hope I'm not coming off as braggadocious. That's a word, right? But that's the thing, is no matter what your results are, I feel like women who only get 3, would be disappointed. And I would take that as like, man, you got 3? That's awesome. It's so hard. We need to celebrate the positive side of everything, no matter if it seems like it's bad. Because if we get sucked down into the negative, in the things of, setting these expectations. Man, when we did our first IUI, I was like convinced that it was going to work. That was so rough. We got to really work together, manage our expectations, while also being hopeful, right? Because that positive energy inside of us is so important. So I get it, Kristen. And I know you're going through even, further steps, additional things that you need to do in order to do your next cycle. And that's incredible. And the important thing is you're not giving up, and you're providing that hope for others, and your story is out there for others. And that's what I also want to encourage, is keep telling your story to other people. I would have gone into a dark place if I hadn't shared my story with you guys and had someone just happen to check in on me and help me change that perspective. I probably would still be like doing my update like, guys, I only got 1, and this is what we need to all do for each other. And what I want to encourage people to do and help people do is figure out how to tell people that you're on your journey, and break down the some of the walls that we can expect. So I had a conversation last night, actually, with my sister, and I said, hey, look, I'm just curious, there's some religions, some families and that cultures, when you tell your family, they think that there's shame that you're unable to reproduce naturally. And then there's also like, cultural and religious reasons why they don't believe in the things that you need to do. But if you can go to them and expect those 2 walls, you can bring your sledgehammer with a whole bunch of reasons like, yeah, I know this, but here's what's going on. And explain it to them so that they can start to see what you're going through and be empathetic towards you, even though they don't know all the tears that you've shed and all the time, all the work, all the things that you've changed and adapted in order to even get to where you are in your journey. To open up to people that may not be receptive to it is an extremely hard thing to do, but it's so important that you have support in your life and from multiple places, so that when you do get to these milestones where you need that support, you can't, and your one best friend is working and she's not answering right away, you still have the other people there for you. So I know that was kind of long-winded, but hopefully this all makes sense, and that this vision seems like a good idea to everybody, because man, I'm hooked on it. I am going all in. Kristen says, it completely changes your perspective when you don't have that first round workout the way that you hoped it would, because I probably would have felt the same way you did initially when only getting 1. Had we not experienced having 0. Yes, exactly. Right. It is all in your perspective is totally based on previous experiences and expectations. Exactly. Yes. Well put, Kristen. Kristen, I'm very thankful that you're part of our community. I'm very. Oh, this reminds me. So, you guys remember when we had Lauren on and we were talking about the mental wellness of this journey, and Lauren was putting together a support group for fertility people, and we were trying to get a small group of just 10 people. It was going to be meeting on Zoom. She even made a great flyer. We had links and everything like that, promoted it a few times. It really wasn't going anywhere. And so I did something that we're not really supposed to do, which I went into one of my Facebook groups and I made a post about it. We're not supposed to promote anything, which is why I have never been able to just post a link to my page, to my YouTube channel, because I know those women would freaking love this, And I was like, I'm just going to do it anyway. I put it in there. I'm like, the mods are going to take it down. But guess what? People started responding to my post so fast. We recruited enough people to start our group. So Kristen and I are super excited. We finally have enough. Our support group's going to start. It's going to be 8 weeks long. We do have a few spots open. I believe it's starting May 8th, I think. So if you're interested, just reach out to me, leave a comment in one of these. I will see your comment pop up in the chat for either Facebook or YouTube, and I'll respond to you and get you in the place you need to be. So if you're watching the replay, you are not too late. And after this support group is over, Lauren will be doing it again, because this is something we want to keep putting out into the community. When I messaged the Facebook group that I was in, not messaged them, just posted, I said, how's everybody's stress levels? If something like, it can be a real up and down thing, and taking care of ourselves is super important. I found a fertility group to join. Would anybody, and they have a few open spots, would anybody else be interested in joining too? You guys, people were like, oh my God, I need this. They were responding so fast, and it's like almost like such a shame that the mods had to take it down, because you could see like, wow, this is really something we should have more of. Wow, this is really something that's hard to find. It's a resource that we actually need. I honestly don't know where else to find support groups like that. I think that there's some out there, but it just feels so big and run by big like clinics or something like that, where it's not something that's run really by a dedicated LSCW like Lauren, who's actually been through it herself and has a passion for it. I don't even know if that exists, and more importantly, how you would find it out there. So yes, this is awesome. Kristen's excited, and just in time for Mother's Day, which is perfect. It does seem like a good sign, doesn't it? Hopefully by this time next year, we will be able to celebrate Mother's Day ourselves. Hopefully. Okay, so I'm going to weave in just the rest of the update about in case what I want to continue doing is sharing my story in a way that helps you understand how the process works and the parts that are confusing about it. So I'm going to try and kind of reframe things so that it's like, okay, this is kind of what to expect next, but also in a way where other people can chime in and say, oh, my experience was this at that point, and here's how it can be different, so that people can understand the different things that might happen. So this is going to continue to be a conversation. We're going to continue molding this channel to be something that's really valuable for everybody. So our embryo, is frozen right now. It's getting the real Minnesota vibe, and we are waiting for my period to come. It's like, can't believe it hasn't come yet. I went to acupuncture last night. I am really, really on board with this whole acupuncture thing. If you haven't done it yet, I recommend starting it. If you're going through fertility or infertility, acupuncture, they can do some great things specifically for your fertility. I feel amazing afterwards for days, and it's a lasting effect. And my acupuncturist, which is at Tri-Balance in Roselle, Sherilyn is the one that heads it up, but she's got a staff of other people that are specialized in fertility. They have a whole packet that they will give you. Here are the foods we want you to eat, stop eating. It's very in line with what they tell you anyway. Like if you're on if you're reading through a book or in a groups or stuff like that, Mediterranean diet is like a good starting point. But this one really kind of lists out the reasons why, and cut back on the sugar, get rid of the glutens, get rid of the cow's milk specifically, and she gives you the reasons why. And that's the cool thing. Sometimes they're just like do's and don'ts, and then you just blindly follow this because someone told you. They give you the reason why. So if you're on your journey, acupuncture, I recommend. So what we were focusing on yesterday was trying to get my menstrual cycle, to go, get the period going. It hasn't come yet. I keep feeling like I'm getting little symptoms, but I don't know, just come out already. But once that happens, I call the fertility clinic, and they're going to give me instructions for the next set of injections to do. Those go in my butt. Bert's going to have to help with that. I believe that they're going to draw with Sharpie a target on my butt so that he knows where to put it. That'll be fun. We'll definitely get a picture of that to share for some chucks and giggles. Chicks and giggles. Chucks and giggles. There we go. We got it. All right. What else? I need to talk to you guys. It's a weekend. Did you guys do anything for National Infertility Awareness Week? Curious. I totally missed it. On Wednesday, we were supposed to wear orange. I messed up. Really let down my community, guys. feel like I wasn't posting enough. It's like this was my week to shine, and I just felt like I found out on Monday, and I'm like, what? Why didn't anyone tell me like 2 weeks ago so I could have had a whole campaign ready to go? I don't know that I would have spent time on actually getting it done. I seem to be making these promises I don't keep. But maybe I would have. Maybe. Anyway, did you guys do anything? Kristen, I know you were wearing orange. You were actually the one where I saw it on your channel or on your Facebook page. I'm like, how did I miss that? And if you guys didn't do anything, no worries. That's okay. If you want to do something, you can feel free to share my channel, share a link to the YouTube channel or the Baby Talk Facebook page. Those are great ways for people to start learning about ways to connect with the community. People you just never know who might see that and go, oh, I really need that. And also, share it from your perspective. Like, hey, I'm not going through it, but my daughter is, or my friend is, and she's really sharing how her experience and how you can support people, because that will continue to be included. So, thanks for your support anyway. If you don't want to share that, that's okay. I'm not going to be mad at you. I will still love you guys. Oh, this is great. On I think it was Tuesday on the Baby Talk Facebook page, I shared a link to a movie that we watched called Making Babies. You guys, this came out like 3 years ago, and I feel like it got bad ratings right away. But oh, that's such a shame, because it's a great representation of an infertility journey. It really is. So I highly recommend it. It is on, what did I say it was on? Amazon Prime. That's what it was. So if you have a Prime membership, you'll be able to stream it, no problem. Really cute. It's a comedy. The characters are adorable. It really shows the emotional journey. It shows the, pretty accurately represents like what, all the steps along the way are and everything. And Bert and I, we definitely looked at each other a few times going, wow, this looks like us on screen. So, it's just really nice, especially if you haven't gone through it yourself, or you have. It's a nice way to connect to this whole thing. Thank you, Bert. Yes, he jumped in and helped me remember that it was Amazon Prime. Awesome. All right. Awesome. Kristen shared her story on Instagram and Facebook for the first time. Oh my God, I didn't realize it was your first time, to raise awareness. And so surprised how many of my friends are going through this that I otherwise never would have known. That is it. That is exactly what happened for me too. It was nuts. And honestly, Kristen, if you post about it, like those people will keep, new people will keep reaching out. It's going to be crazy. This is how you find the support. Put yourself out there if you're willing to. And guys, this doesn't just apply for your fertility journey. If you're going through a rough time in your life, and if you're able to be okay with being a little vulnerable, putting that out there, you would be so surprised how many people will direct message you or comment on there like, hey, I've been there too. Hang in there. Oh my God, have you tried this and that? It's crazy how people seek those kinds of vulnerable moments to connect. It's really special. So, Kristen, I am so happy you shared that with me, because that's exactly what I want to encourage more people to do. We are going to do this. We are changing this whole thing. Infertility will be something everybody is aware of. They'll be teaching it in the streets. All right. What are we doing this weekend, guys? It's going to be cold here in Illinois. So maybe do all your outdoor chores today while the sun's out. And then this weekend, get ready for some indoor projects. I was considering maybe doing a live stream where we just set aside an hour a week for like me time, you time, not just me time, but us time, where I put on some nice music. Maybe I do some painting or coloring or crafting or whatever while I'm here, and I'm just there, and we're just sitting together. It's not very engaging, and like if we want to chat, we can. But I'll kind of like pepper in some motivational, like, I don't know, hey, whatever you're working on, it's awesome. Because that's sometimes just all we need to hear, is that whatever it is that we're doing it. And it doesn't have to be perfect, because someone's always going to do it better than you. So the important thing is that you're doing it, right? This channel that I'm building, I have a new, it's gotten so much different than where it started. And my personality in it has developed because I have a very supportive community telling me, Lynn, you've got something here. Who's doing that in your life? I'm curious. Do you guys have someone that's your cheerleader? Tell me in the comments if you've got someone cheering you on. Where's that support coming from for you? Is it one person? Is it multiple people? Where do you get that confidence boost? That kind of like, yeah, you're on the right track boost. I'd love to hear that. Oh, hey, we have a new viewer here. Thangamani. Welcome. Good morning from India. I love that you're joining us. Welcome. How did you hear about us? I would love to know. Are you on your fertility journey? Are you just checking us out? Did you happen to just find us? Did someone tell you? Oh, this is great. Brother-in-law and girlfriend are coming up from Normal, Illinois, so that the family is all going to hang out tomorrow. Or so the family is all going to hang out tomorrow. Awesome. Hanging out with family is great. My family, we will sit around the table for hours just talking. Sometimes so many hours is like past my bedtime and I still have to drive back to the city. But I love it every time anyway. We were a really special family. I'm very, yeah. You're welcome. Yes. I'm glad that you're here. And hope that you continue to come back. We're welcoming, supportive. Everybody's welcome here. Mom, Dad, I would like a response out of you, please. Who supports you? Think about it and please comment. I know you're watching. And guys, if you're coming to this kind of like, wait a second, I don't really know where I'm getting that from, that confidence boost, that like, yeah, you're on the right track boost. Maybe think about, where do you want it to come from? Where can you start looking for it? Or do you not need it? Are you so confident in everything that you do that you don't need outside cheerleaders? You've got all the cheerleaders going on in your head. If you do, you're freaking awesome. I don't have that going on. I've got like, if there's an opposite of cheerleaders, that's what's in my head. It's almost like they're like zombies. You know, I feel like they're like, rah, 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 you're no good, rah, rah. And then sometimes, then like, you know, maybe like, I don't know what happens in a zombie movie. Like someone drives through with a bus, you know, like when I go to acupuncture, it's like someone drives through with like, a really mellow bus, like all like decked out and painted and everything, and just runs the zombies over. And then all of a sudden these like awesome cheerleaders come in and they're like, hey, you got this. And they're like really chill cheerleaders, but they're way better than those zombie ones. I don't know, guys. It's a new analogy. I'm trying it out. And I think now that I've personified the voices in my head as some sort of zombie cheerleaders and regular cheerleaders, I like this. All right. Savita's giving me the love. Savita, I love your love. Oh, you guys, Savita shared an excellent article with me yesterday. I'm going to share this on my Baby Talk page as soon as we hang up. And she knows the person that wrote this article, and it's about breaking through the cultural norms in order to do IVF. Story of an Indian woman. I love it. It's very well written. It's a very quick read, and I'm just obsessed. And Savita, I kind of really want you to connect me with this woman so I can have her on the show to tell the story, because it's inspiring. Very awesome. All right. So Kristen's support is her girlfriends and her best guy friend and my husband, of course. It's awesome that your husband's a supporter. There are many husbands and partners, by the way, that are not awesome supporters. And that's really, really, really sad. And I also want to make sure that those women are included, because some women post in these Facebook groups that they don't know how to get their men to do their part in the journey. And how frustrating is that? So that's something that we'll be somehow weaving into the journey, your journey, is how to talk to the people that don't really like get on board, that you need to get on board. Awesome, Savita. Yes, let's make it happen. It's going to be amazing. I think Bert... Wait, am I hearing things? I don't know. I thought I heard Bert in the kitchen, but I don't know. Oh, this is great. Your husband was so excited and supportive that you want to do the support group with Lauren. Oh, you are out there. Are you talking to me? Babe, I'm live streaming. He knows. I don't know if he knows. He knows. He was just in the comments like 8 minutes ago. I don't know what's going on out there. Oh my. Okay. What are we doing? How long have we been going? Half an hour. Half an hour babbling. Okay. I promise this will be the last just kind of free-for-all video that I do. I have ideas. I have things. If I do not make one improvement every episode moving forward, I'm shutting myself down. That's it. I won't. I need to make real consequences for myself, though. Bert was making noise out there because my sign wasn't on. What was that for? Valentine's Day, he surprised me with a light-up recording sign that I put over my studio door. My studio door goes into the kitchen, and so we hooked that up with a little switch, and I didn't switch it on this time. So he was being noisy. Bert, Bert, Bert. I was going to see if he would come in and talk with you guys, but that's okay. Okay. So I don't know if we have any in the comments, if there is anybody new here, which I think, well, we do have one new person, Thangamani. If you have any questions that you don't want to ask, and like, well, I should not just point out you. If anybody in the audience, even if you're lurking and haven't said hi, if you have a question that you would like to ask about fertility, infertility, me, the journey, anything at all, you can put it into the link for an anonymous question submission. I put the link to that in the description of both the YouTube and the Facebook page. Nobody's used it yet. We just implemented this new anonymous question this week, and I'm pulling it up now just to double check. I should have had this earlier, but I didn't. You guys at work right now? Is everyone working? Just curious. No, I went to the wrong page. I'm pulling this up so that I can see if anybody submitted any questions, but the link to submit a question will always be in our description unless this whole anonymous question thing kind of flops. We'll give it a few weeks and see. I have a plan to record a short video, maybe edit what I told you today, kind of like the new vision for the channel and how it's about you and not about me, and make that an intro and then share that and hopefully boost it, actually put a little bit of dollars behind it and see if some people out there need this message, need this channel, need this content. I'm going to be building out my content schedule, figure out how I'm going to fill it with valuable information, get some new guests back in here. Ask anything, anonymous question responses. Here we go. Guess what, guys? I am not surprised. There are no new questions today. That's okay. But at least we checked. That way we didn't leave anybody out. And working from home on Fridays. Nice. Bert's already back at work, which means upstairs. That's okay. Guys, raise your hand if you would like to see Bert in an upcoming episode. Even if it's not for the whole episode, but just as a guest speaker. We will see. And then we'll put the pressure on for Bert to come on down. Take a little break. All right. I feel like I've reached like the end of the good stuff. And I always kind of think, hey, leave them wanting more. Don't babble on forever. All right. Ooh, I don't know what the good vibes emoji looks like. Hold on. I have to look. Okay, it looks like this. That's cute, Bert. I like it. All right, we've got hand raised. Well, that's already one vote. That's one vote. Oh, 2 votes. We got another one here. Bert, they want to see you. They want to see you. We're going to put you in an episode. Maybe even more, because you're... Hold on, how did I say it before? You're part of my journey. I don't think I can ever do it the exact same way that I did in the cookie video. All right, guys, that is it for today. You are awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while you work, while you play. I hope you have an awesome weekend. I promise next week I'm going to be delivering something new every time that I live stream. Exactly, Bert. You are part of my story. Look, great minds think alike, babe. I love you so much. Oh my God. Okay. Have a great weekend, guys. Let's dance this out. I do not have those credits that I promised you today, but I will next week. Finally, baby dust to you all. All right. Bye.